All right, friends. Now you saw Ashley, it's outside, it's rainy, it's cold. You're probably thinking of a tropical destination right now.
When we think of vacation, we think of one man and one man alone. Travel expert Gabe Saglie joining us this morning from Tahiti.
That is not fair.
Gabe, I saw your Instagram posts this weekend, and I thought to myself, this blanking guy. And then, and then I didn't realize we were going to have you on the show, making it worse.
I was rubbing it in, and I saw Ashley out there, and I'm like, there's no rain here. It's 80 degrees ambient temperature, 82 in the water. But this is my last work trip of the year. It has been on my bucket list, Tahiti, for a long time. I had this vision board moment earlier in the year. I'm like, I got to get to Tahiti before the end of the year. So under the wire guy to make it out here to French Polynesia. And it's been really fantastic because it has been surprising. First of all, how close do you think this is? A lot of us think Tahiti, and it's like going all the way out to like Australia.
Yeah.
I flew out of Southern California. It was a 7.5-hour flight overnight on Air Tahiti Nui, the flagship carrier of French Polynesia. They have a brand new premium economy cabin, which was great. Great recline, great leg room, great meals. But the fact that it was so close, I'm only 2 hours behind you guys, only 2 hours now behind Pacific Standard Time. They're very easy to adjust when I'm on the ground. And then this has been sort of this is what I've been looking at every day. Not bad.
I mean,
not bad
it's
at
stunning.
all.
Okay, now clearly I have never been to Tahiti. What would you suggest for a first timer? Because it can be overwhelming when you've not been somewhere before.
Well, what's eye-opening is the fact that, you think of Tahiti as like sort of one destination. The fact is that French Polynesia is 118 islands across 5 archipelagos.
Oh, cool.
So you've got just a multitude of options depending on how you like to travel, what you like to do. When you come to this particular little pocket out in the bottom of the southern hemisphere, it's kind of in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Shortly after we landed, I'm here with my 2 teenage sons. We landed on, we hopped on another flight, a 75-minute flight to Rurutu, a tiny little island 3 miles south of Tahiti. This is the only sort of resort, in quotes, resort hotel on Rurutu. It's called Viatumu Village, just 8 bungalows on the water, accommodating couples all the way up to multi-generational families. Great spot to catch the sunset every night. And then we went on these tours around Rurutu. So Rurutu, 22 miles around. From the water, you see the fact that this is made up of coral cliffs, and there are caves in these cliffs where natives back in the day, natives would live. Now, if you're a cave explorer, you'd like to kind of go to these great caves, great thing to do that. Also, one of the few spots on the planet where during whale season, which is July through October here, you can legally and safely swim with whales. So this is the team there from Viatumu Village that took us around. Then I hopped on a 4-wheel drive with Soraya, one of the locals there, which took us around the 22-mile stretch of Rurutu. You see private little secluded beaches. This is Lover's Beach. I was by myself. But look, Lover's Beach, also yourself there. You see coffee plantations, taro fields. Taro is a big culinary component here. It's just a wonderful amount of open space. They live off the land to this day in this little island of Rurutu. And one of the great traditions here is basket weaving. This is known as the basket weaving capital of French Polynesia. This is Pele, who took me through the act of taking Piranhas leaves, and they make clothes out of it. They make accessories. We had a fan making session. So they make these fans that she says, they're called mamas. The ladies that make these are called mamas. Because when we go to church on Sundays, it gets hot. We use these fans to cool us down. So we made fans that we're going to be taking home to my daughter and my wife as souvenirs. And just a great lesson on this great tradition of basket weaving here in Rurutu. So listen, one of 118 islands aside from Tahiti that gives you this just a wonderful way of sort of digitally detoxing, disconnecting, and just really delving in a rich cultural way with the locals. Only 2,000 people live there, so just fantastic.
Okay, we have 30 seconds, but quickly, the food. Tell us about the food.
All right, so three influences in Tahitian cuisine. Polynesian, as you can imagine, French, and Chinese. Okay, so I worked with a company called Tahiti Food Tours. This is Kaile. We went to a local eatery there. We went to a local marketplace. Think of like beignets for breakfast, maybe it's a fish beignet. Think of a sandwich for lunch on a baguette, but maybe it's a chow mein baguette sandwich, which I know sounds weird, but it was delicious. So wonderful influences. They live off the land here, guys. So a lot of fish. That's mainly their main protein is just fish that they fish every day. And tropical fruits like you have no idea. It tastes so rich. these dragon fruits, these papayas. That's George there from Lucky Luke's. Great little spot there. So yeah, come on, follow your taste buds, come down here and just immerse yourself in an environment that is so natural, so pristine, so unspoiled. I'm in Tahiti Nui now. Tahiti, the smaller part of Tahiti, is in that direction. Wonderful hiking, wonderful diving, wonderful snorkeling. It's a wonderful time to, and closer than you think. Out of SFO, it's about an 8.5-hour flight. And then you're here, guys. I'm going to wait for you on this black sand beach.
Please do.
I'm going to dig a spot for you right now on this black sand beach.
Well, if you want to be jealous of Gabe with us, we're linking all the details so you can find Gabe the Travel Guy on our website, gooddaysacramento.com, under show info and today's date. That's how he's spending his
as I call
Christmas week.
This blanking guy.
Yeah. Thanks, Gabe.